What's up, guys? That's a bad way to start out the video. Having some beef jerky. Hey, my name's Vernie. Mike right here. Lifestyle investing, where we invest based off our lifestyles to build that lifestyle. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys are as well. Super pumped, man. Yeah. Last video, we talked about the power of leverage when you invest in fourplex, triplex, duplex, and a single family house.
Yeah.
And the power in utilizing the partner of the bank. Now we're going to talk about renting out one of those guys. Because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do, man.
And I look up to that, man.
Yeah?
And some of my people, my clients that I work with are buying houses. I've got a few that have multiple houses, that are just everywhere. And they can tell me these stories. Oh, this is the piece of land I bought right out of college, and boom, boom, boom. And there's this love and this ownership, and like there's a special, it's like your kids kind of, like there's a care. They're all different with the character. But the thing that I really admire is basically the way where you have to treat it like business. Like, yes, there's the part where you love. Yes, there's the part where you're passionate, where you do care, because there's a human element, obviously, the family that lives there.
It's true.
But it's also business. And the people that I've seen be really successful, in my experience and my understanding of it, are the ones who keep that really clear. Yeah.
I like that.
So
I like that. So I'm gonna be very efficient on this one. Okay. I'm gonna try and maximize it and keep it as actionable as possible. Okay. So this is assuming you have the property already.
Okay.
And it's all
like you're about to move out.
No. That should be. You bought it, and let's say you moved out or something, or maybe you bought it as investment property or something. Or whatever the case may be. But you have the property. It's ready. It's renovated.
Ready to get renters in there?
Yeah, ready to get renters in there and everything like that. What's the first thing you got to do, right? Because actually one of my buddies, he called me a couple weeks ago, and he asked me, he lives out in Renton, and he wanted to rent out his house and then move into another one. So I was kind of giving him a little lay down of what I would do in his situation.
Yeah.
So first thing you got to do is you got to find a renter, right? How to find a renter? It's what?
Yeah. Anybody need a place to live? That's a Winco.
Hey. Yeah, you get a sign.
Yeah, put it on your...
You want to buy these apples? You want to move in.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So the beauty about right now, and especially if you live in like
any
a booming... any metro area at all, is if you have a house and if your rent is like within 10% plus or minus of the market rent, it's going to rent out within a week.
Okay.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, when I used to go to meetups all the time for learning like the best practices and like the legal stuff and whatnot, I talked to guys that own a condo or a townhome or whatnot. They're just like, hey, I did an open house last Saturday and it's Monday already and I got 20 people already. So it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. So what I'm trying to say by that is like you could just literally post something on Craigslist and you'll get 20 hits within 2 days. I guarantee it. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. Just stick with stick with Craigslist. Right? There's really no need to do anything more. I would put a sign though. Right? I would put a sign that just says for rent, just because there are some people that they want a specific area, so they'll just just drive around and see what there is, and or maybe they're looking to buy and they don't get the property, so they're like, hey, I want to rent.
I still want to live here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
So I think especially now. That's all I would do. I would just put an ad on Craigslist and then put a little poster thing outside that says for rent.
Do you do a credit check?
Yeah. So I'm going to get into that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to get into that. Don't worry, man.
I'm curious. I'm glad you're going to talk about it.
So after you do that, right, within 3-4 days, you're going to get 20 people, guaranteed. Unless if you live in, is it Podunk?
Podunk.
Yeah, Podunk.
Yeah,
we found the most remote place in the world is Podunk.
Yeah, Podunk.
So so you got your 20 applicants. Now you got to figure out which one are going to be the ones. Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. Okay, because there's a lot of legalities when it comes to renting out your property. Okay. So if you do, there's some people that I know that don't do open houses, and the reason why they don't do open house. I needed to find what open house is. Open house is when you just say, hey, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm going to show my house. And then I'm going to receive all the applications, and then I'll just kind of proceed with them, right? The reason why some people don't do open houses is because discrimination, right? So if I do an open house, and let's say Mike and Jerry come by, Mike gives me his application, and then Jerry gives me the application. Mike gave it to me first, right? But then I chose Jerry, right? Why did I choose Jerry over Mike? There's a lot of gray areas.
Yeah.
Right? So some people...
So that's the legality part that we're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of go a little bit more in depth. So some people with it, and I'm not an attorney, right? I'm not an attorney. Got to disclaim that right now.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is going to go to the public.
I'm not a cop either.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the open house way, which I was saying there's going to be some gray issues. And then there's just, you receive applicants as people come and go. Right? Okay. Where someone gives you a call, you say, hey, I'm going to give a showing, and then boom, boom, boom. And the reason why a lot of people go to the right side is because then you say, oh, well, I received it before. Right?
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you came in, gave me the application.
Right. Because I saw Jerry come in after me, so I know for a fact I gave you my application first.
Yeah. Okay. You have no idea, and I have no right to I don't have to tell you how many people have applied. Right.
It can be based on whatever you find in the credit score, or when you check whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can be whatever.
And there's legitimate reasons why you can deny someone, but there's so much gray area, especially in the state of Washington, where it's a very tenant state. Right. That I would recommend, if you've never done it before, is to not do an open house. So just do it every time when someone calls you and whatnot. Just be like, oh yeah, Saturday you come in at 10, then have someone come in at 11, have someone come in at 12, or whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credit check.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the credit check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just thinking. Yeah. I want to get a good foundation.
Okay, cool.
Right, because there's a lot of discrimination stuff that you got to worry about. So I think another good way just to weed people off the bat is in your post to have it very concrete of what you want. So a few things that you want. You want 3 times the amount of gross income, right?
So $1,500 a month. You want $4,500 a month of gross income.
Exactly. Okay. So you say that specifically right there. You say you want a credit score of 620 and above.
Okay.
You say no pets. You say no what's called that? Not
kids.
No. Yeah, that's something you cannot say. You say no. What is it called when you get kicked out of your house?
Oh, no eviction.
No evictions. Okay, you say no evictions. So you put down those 4 right there, and right away people are gonna say, oh, okay, well, I've had that in the past. I'm probably not gonna apply, right? So right off the bat, it's just gonna knock out quite a lot of people right there. Yeah. Right? Because you can just
go. It's okay to say those things.
Yeah. Okay. So you can say those. No problem at all.
Yeah.
No problem at all. You can't say a minimum or a maximum of 5 people or maximum of 4 people. You can't say that.
Okay.
You can't say that. Right. If you're renting out the room and you lived in it, then you could say stuff like that. But then then that's a whole different game right there. Okay. So I think you want to focus on the initial ad. You want to be specific so that it just weeds off a lot of those people. Okay. So now let's get into the phase of, so you're not going to do an open house. You're going to do it where first come, first serve.
Okay.
Right? So when people are giving the application, you can just let them know, hey, I have some other people that I'm reviewing as well. Okay? And then just kind of go based off of that. So when you're making a decision, you want to have 3 times the rent. Okay? Credit score, it's kind of iffy. Just because of the 08 crisis, there's a lot of people that have bad credit score, but they're actually not that bad.
Right.
When
you pull your credit score, can you see what kind of issues are on there? So if they had a mortgage that went bad and there's a story that goes along with it.
Yeah. And the benefit too is, so I use Lease Runner and Cozy.
Okay.
Lease Runner, Cozy. You can just check them both out. I've tried them both before and I like them a lot. Once you get it there, you'll see if there's any evictions. You'll see if there's any background checks. So you'll obviously do a background check. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing you want to put in there, no criminal history. You can say that, no felonies.
Yeah. Right,
obviously. So you'll be able to see if there's a felony. You'll be able to see if evictions, your credit score. You'll be able to see the past debts and whatnot. So you'll be able to review all that stuff right off the bat. Okay. So if you're very clear in your initial posting, hopefully it weeds off a lot of those people.
Do you charge people?
So the Lease Runner and Cozy, they charge.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I'd get your information, which would be in the application, right? Then I'll send you the email. You'll go in there. You'll fill it all out. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'll get an email saying this is Mike's background. This is his, if he had any evictions within the whole United States.
Okay.
So if you had one internationally, I don't know about. But at least if it's in a different state or Florida, New York, I'll be able to see that.
Okay.
Then I'll get your whole credit report. Right. And then so I'll make the decision off that. And usually it's $30. And that's another thing that weeds off people too, because if
Right.
because if you
pay $30 or whatever, yeah.
exactly. So if you have like a horrible credit score,
or if you're questionable or whatever,
yeah. So you'll be like, why am I going to pay $30 if I'll get denied anyways? So those are the main things that I look at. A couple tips is I've heard a few times, like if I haven't rented out my house in a couple months. But like I was saying, if it takes you a couple months to rent out, there's something wrong right there. Okay, but let's just say it's in a down economy and it takes a couple months. It's better to wait out than to take an iffy guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Always.
Yeah,
even
because
if
the damage to the property and long-term effect that could have.
100%.
Yeah.
So you do the whole check and everything like that. So you'll want to look online for your specific city and your county for the discrimination. So there's 7 different classes where you can't discriminate against age,
race, sexual identity, religion,
all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think even the city of Seattle, they even have one on your political views.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
That makes sense.
You can't discriminate based on your political views. Yeah. It's a little interesting. So Seattle has like an extra class.
Seattle's got an extra one. Yeah. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why you have to be very clear on your application, because if I deny you, right, and then you come back, you're like, oh, you denied me because I'm a single father.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to be able to say like, no, I denied you because your income is less of that.
Yeah.
Right. Because this or that.
Yeah.
Right. You have to have a specific reason why. So being very clear, and I use contracts on what's it called? What are those attorney sites? Ah, man.
Well, there's LegalZoom.
Okay. Yeah. So usually LegalZoom, they'll give you like a free couple contracts and whatnot.
Okay.
So you can just take one off of there, or if you want to pay the $30 for 1 month just to get a whole bunch of contracts, you could do it that way. But you want to take like 90% of that, and I always tailor it myself like a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, it kind of depends on your style and that. But I would, if you're just doing it for the first time, I would just kind of stick with that.
Verbatim.
Definitely. So that's kind of like the gist right
cool,
there.
Man, dude. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And then, security deposit. Yeah, so you definitely need a security deposit.
Okay.
And you have to mark on there if it's refundable or non-refundable. And I would specify too, if something breaks, you'll just call this specific person to fix it, and whatever they bill it as, then that's what it's going to be. Right? Because then if you punch a hole in there and I say, hey, Mike, it's $500, you say, hey, where did you get it from? Well, remember we put in the contract, I would call this person to check it out. Boom.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very, very black and white.
Yeah.
And, a couple other things. You want to have like the lead disclosure in there.
Okay.
There's a couple other disclosures, which you'll probably see in there as well. And the last one, you'll want to do a walkthrough.
Okay.
So walkthrough is pretty key, where you'll be with the actual tenant. You'll do a whole physical walkthrough where you'll have a whole checklist where we'll go through, all the windows are fine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The furnace works, the microwave works, this and that. And then everything gets
like a rental car. Yeah.
Boom.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Because then, at the end of the term, if they're like, remember when the microwave was broke? And then you're like, well, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's just like a few tips on there.
Awesome.
A couple things I want to add too is so I've rented to people that I've known. I would watch out for that. It's worked very, very well for me, but I would just be very touchy on that.
Yeah.
And another thing you can negotiate in there. So I've negotiated where my renters have done work on the property.
Yeah.
That's worked out very well for me.
Right.
I don't want to advise that you do that, because let's just say I rent out a house to you and I say, I'll give you a deduction for $300 a rent as long as you renovate the bathroom, right?
Right.
Well, renovating the bathroom is different to you than it is me, right?
Yeah.
You could just be like, I'll put some paint on there and I'll buy like a plastic shower.
Seat.
New toilet seat, and I'll wash it.
Boom, renovated.
Yeah, but me, I was thinking like a $6,000-$7,000 renovation when it costs you.
But I just got some soap that smelled pretty good.
Exactly. So if you're going to do that stuff, be very, very specific.
But it was decorative soap, so I was never going to use it. So
game changer.
It counts.
Game changer. Man, that's been a long video, man. We should probably stop right now.
Right, exactly.
No, but thank you guys. It's been 14 and a half minutes with Vernie, Mike, Lifestyle Investing. We're excited for next week for you guys to see us again.
Yes, we like to be with you.
Boom.